start the video, don't forget to like and share, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell button because it is wrong. You will receive everything new from us. The movie starts in France, and we are currently with a girl named ZZ. Today, she wakes up from her sleep and keeps playing crossword puzzles in the journal as you like. After that, you always go and sit in a church like this, abandoned after a long time.
Pious aunt is like a person like that. Its name is Art. This remains, sir.
The assistant remains. The first for the most dangerous gangster in all of France. And the one named Jules and Finn is coming today to ask her to do a new task because, by the way, as in the first place, you remain a leader for God, unexpectedly professional and experienced. Finn asks Z to go now for her money. Lily will have someone like this named Carol, and with him is his gang. And he asks for something like that, get rid of them all and anyone sitting with them. Stop, actually, it stands on the other side, and at the same time, we see two police officers. The French name is Cy and Jax. Cy and Jax currently. They were sitting in a car and watching a merchant drugs named Coco, and Coco's flag are part of a gang. Carl, who we are talking about anyway, the important thing is CO Jax sees Coco going to take it. He drives his car and walks in it, but they quickly stop. They go down to arrest him. But Coco won't be there. It is easy and he can keep Cy away from him, and they hit him. Jax got shot in the leg and took some of it. He runs away from a place. So he prefers to run after Coco until he arrives at a restaurant like this, and there is Coco. He fixes a girl in the restaurant and knows what's going on. If he gets close, he will kill her. But there is someone running around on Coco, and they beat him and burn the girl from him. Coco gets angry and hits this person and then shoots him. He finds a child like this, so he kisses his father and says that if someone close to him will kill the child. But I mean, he is fasting. I give him a chance and he comes suddenly from one side, the second one, and they shoot him in the neck and it's over. He gets it right away and Coco dies on the same day. At night, you always go to a tailor's shop like this. He makes her clothes and this. Tarazi Flag knows a lot about Z and her work as a killer and everything. The important thing is that Al-Tarazi is currently doing something bad. The clothes she will wear for her new mission. It is a distinctive outfit because you can hide the outfit. In it many weapons without anyone revealing them after. That you keep going to remove the money, Lily, who has Carlo and his gang. And he will be with Carl, by the way. And his gang A singing girl named Jane. And for your information, this is Jane Coco's fiancé, who is currently dead. Continues to come to her. The news that her fiancé Coco died made me very upset. This is not what is important now. What is really important is that it is like I currently spoke with Carl, the gang leader, and got to know him. Her boss Finn is very upset because Carl and his gang, they stole drugs from him, and she asked him to come back. Drugs don't bring you evil, but brother Carl. He refuses. So she calmly looks like the one wearing the sword, like samurai swords, and start hitting Carl and his men. Hit him right over, hit him left. You can get rid of everyone and just pee, so you can buy a pocket like her weapon. She kills. And in the midst of all this happening, singer Jane fell on a table like this. And because this incident literally makes you lose your sight and become tired, it will come like this, and you will kill her too. But when she finds that Jane has lost her sight, which makes it difficult for her, she refuses to kill her, leaves his place and walks away the next day. He comes to meet Z and finds out that he and Jaws are upset because she didn't say Jane was with him. They knew she had to kill anyone she wanted. It's cunning, but you know that Jane is innocent, and not you don't deserve to die. And now we see, my friend, that like she has principles, by the way. She doesn't, you kill anyone who is not involved in a crime, and that is why, of course, she refused to kill Jane. But he assured her that she is involved in many misfortunes, so you must kill her with death against her will. He will leave where he is now and walk on. On the other hand, Cy is still sitting with two of his friends' officers who know him now. They discovered that Coco, who killed him, remained Jane's fiancé, who was with Coco's gang, and was with Coco's gang when they were all killed, and this Cy is shocked that all countries have a relationship with each other. Cy knows from his friends that if he wants to, he knows more about Carl and who killed them. He has to go investigate Jane herself. So he really decided Cy does this after a while, and all of this will go away. Remove the hospital where there is a gene and understand. The guard in Jane's room is from the American Embassy is coming to check on me. Jane, because she is an American citizen, he really believes her the officer. And now she enters like Jane and says, she is also from the embassy and prefers to stay. Like this, Jane asks the doctors what they told her about her condition. She tells her now that the doctors told her this condition of disability may be temporary or possible. It is always difficult for the gene to work like this, and you don't want to kill her. But because she has to obey the orders now come out like an injection, and you put them in Jane's solution to die and be on. The idea is that it's over. It's okay, but before you do it, this way, he will reach the place and get to know her. It's basically from the American Embassy after that. C starts investigating Jane. Even though she knows that Jane saw her killing his men, Carl and Carl Same. But Z is surprised now that Jane, she says she didn't see the killer and understands like here. Jane says this, so she doesn't get herself into it. Any problems? And this makes Jane focus on them more, and you decide not to kill her. And quickly you expect Stan the solution so that the poison does not enter for Jane's body. Don't die. Just after this happened, she will be like she is walking. So I will walk with her, and it will remain. He kept chatting with her for a while, but Zane didn't take long in talking. You leave and walk at this moment. A thief receives a call from the American Embassy. They know that none of them are gone. Lou Jane now stays behind her to catch her, but she will have disappeared in the situation and will walk away. Meanwhile, my friend, I am riding somewhere. Secondly, we see that Finn goes to meet Jules. He speaks together, and in the same way as they say that Jules is another. For a while, he bought drugs worth 75 million euro. This drug valley belongs to a person named Majed, so Majed is running him away. But unfortunately, he is a gang. Carl stole these drugs from Majid and Binah Jules. Let him send someone like you kill a gang, Carl, however. They still did not reach drugs. They don't know where she is yet. And that's crazy. Jules is so suspicious that he seems to doubt Majed himself. He himself mentioned Majid. So I don't see now that Sai goes to investigate Majed and asks him about the incident. What happened while they were people got their own plane. Majed started telling Sai that it was the day he arrived in France on his private plane and they attacked him. A gang, and they made themselves customs officers. But they are in the truth is that they were thieves and beat him to steal something from the plane. And science, my friend, the gang. The ones Majed is talking about are the car gang. They actually stole the drugs he brought from Majed. He has a husband. But of course, Majed doesn't say that Lacey says they wanted to steal money from the one who had it. But they couldn't find anything, something important. So they left me and walked in time. Sai doesn't believe all this talk and knows Sai Majed said that he suspected that he was smuggling drugs in his nerves. Carl stole these drugs from him, and Puri is now looking at Majid's picture of Jules, and he says he knows this man, so maybe Majed knows him. But we understand that Sai doubts that Jules is who brought these drugs to Majed, and that's why I ask him. In any case, the session ends like this. Majed walks and goes to meet Jules and Finn. Now Majed tells Gold that Officer Sai. I doubt him very much, and when they ask Jules about drugs, so Majed tells him that he does not know her place has been since Carl's gang. They stole it, and Majed is crazy about Jules, which means he hides for a nice while until Sai closes. Aladia gets very, very angry with Jules and hits Majid and his assistant. But where do they stop and take him? Now he walks, and at this time, by the way, he says Jules Levin wants Almajed anyway. Also, at the same time, Finn and Bo agreed that he would ask. So, after a while, where did he go? He meets Z, and you find Z with Finn now. Two girls. They kept working with her like a murderer, just like her. Exactly. And you will also find something like, where is going like this? How many killers Major was? So she began to be surprised and asked them, what are these killers doing here? So sell where they are. They will go and kill Jane. Who couldn't? You kill him. And now you see like these killers. They move to the hospital so that Jen F. Bit kills him. Go crazy and leave where you are now and go. Chase them. And you keep shooting at them until you leave them. They mess around and it gets a little stuck. But Ziva continues her way to the hospital to save Jane before Finn. He sent someone else to kill her at the same time. In the same hospital where Jane is visiting, Jax and they are sitting together now. After a short period of time, Zane arrives at the hospital. She goes to Jane and tells her that she will be saved now for the sake of people who came to kill her and beat her. The guard in Jane's room shouted and took Jane. She runs away, but her joy has not died because now they deliver his killing to Finn and prefer to beat him Zenner. So she responds to them by hitting them while trying at the same time. Jin protects the name on Sai's mind. All this while he was also shooting at the killers. These countries will have a very strong battle, and they will do the same. There were a lot of killers until finally they deliver Z and Sai to each other and stabilize each other. But before any of them finds the second one, 2 of the killers arrived at their place. So they worked there with them and they shoot him. So they die, but that's it. At this moment, she hits like Sai and takes Jane. She runs away, but now they go home like Jane. So in this house, you sit like talking to Jane. She asks what she knows about Carl. Coco and the rest. This gang has an art that wants to kill it strongly. With all this, Jane starts talking to Z, and we know from what she said, Jane was with Carl, Coco, and back. The gang is stealing drugs, and after that they secretly stole Coco Jim's cheek in his car. They went to the place where the gang was preparing. There are drugs so they can start distributing and selling them. And so far, what is not perfect is that after the gang finished their work, Jane was still inside. I opened this store for Coco from the inside because he enters it and steals the drugs he is. The gang originally stole it from Majed, and after he stole it, Coco the drug took Gino, and he left and they hid him. Drugs are in a truck in a place like this. Jane. She doesn't remember at the moment how to understand where, and they wanted Jane to die because she really did. She and her fiancé were involved and stole his drugs, Jules, and currently, no one knows where the drugs are. In fact, she is very crazy about all this. She is seriously thinking of killing Jane because she really is. You are involved and you must die, as he said. But like she goes back on her word and doesn't kill Jane or do anything. She has something that will be like this after a short period of time. In the abandoned church, where does he come to her there? He asks about Jane and she tells him that she killed her. So it is permissible. Where is he leaving now and walking? Of course it will be like I didn't tell anyone at all. But where are you saying that? And that's it in general. About the second aspect, and in the same at this time, he sits fasting with his friends' officers in turn. They know that they searched for something. They knew that she was an abnormally veteran killer. Her name in the world of crime is the Queen of Death. They also know that someone like me lives in France for a while. She has been doing all her work here in France. Life in front of people is completely normal and no one. He knows her true nature completely, and they know C2, places you are supposed to frequent, so Saif decided to spend this moment on her more and more until she is arrested. But only after a short period. It's like in a restaurant that you always go to. She is taking food now and she is walking. But he comes to her, Sai catches her, and Sai takes her immediately on the name. He prefers to investigate her about a husband and others. But you don't tell him anything, Sai asks her about Jane. And she gives that she is in a place Amman and you can take him to this place so he can see her. Sai agrees and goes out now with Ziho and KM, another officer, so they can go and take G, but in this face, the rams chirping on her hands take each other and she easily escapes from the place, is now going to visit her house. So it is not unfortunately you find Jane permanently. And when she backs down, surveillance cameras discover that there are men who follow. Where did they come and kidnap Jane at this moment? It remains to be decided, like she won't keep quiet about this matter and it's necessary reach it again. Remember where it is now. He was currently with Jules in an art gallery, like this, and suddenly Jules comes to a girl named Chi, and she pulls out her gun and hits Jules' towel and forgets from a place that is calm after that. He says where to Jules was the one who sold Carl at the beginning. He steals drugs and currently killed him for the sake of taking all the work, and in the meantime, and in the last moments of Jules, looks at Alvin in shock because he can't believe Finn is the one who betrayed him after that. Jules dies in a scene that was very shocking on the other hand, and at the same time we see that Sai returns the working name. There is an officer who is currently coming to him like this. They work with him and Sai knows that he discovered that in people who set fire to the hospital Summer, they are actually corrupt officers because Jules is already where they control almost all the officers in at this time. He is very shocked and feels that there are officers, other corrupt People are still with us in the department. He's stressed that they want to kill him, and you know that Sai's thinking is correct because currently there are corrupt officers in the department. They ran after Sai to kill him. So Sai was afraid. He runs away from a place in the blink of an eye. Then you leave like sitting with Finn and asking why he kidnapped Jane and sold her. So where did he kidnap her? Because she and her fiancé were a reason for losing the drugs you originally wanted in the millions. He knows where she needs to kill Sio at that time. He will forgive Jane and will not work for her. Something at this moment agrees against her will. And after a short period of all this, we see that Sai goes to a place like this and meets Jack, so that he knows all the new developments from him. But the idea is here. It is currently like in place and is being hunted. Cry to kill him. And at the same time, we will see that whoever follows Finn, is also sniped at a uniform, such that you kill. You always kill Sai. But my friend Z will not kill Sai because she sees that he doesn't deserve the pain of death. So based on that, you call B-Jax, who is standing with Sai, and you know him now. She knows that he is a traitor and works with Finn and came here for the sake of making Sai fall into the trap and get carried away. But she knows that this will not happen and asks him, "Now give me the mobile phone." It actually does that, and before you say anything to Sai, she hits him on Jax. He sold a tourist in his blood, and then he was beaten a second shot at Chi, so it stayed with her because she was already there. She was a keen observer, and I saw her very well from the beginning. After that, you talk like this with Sai, and you know that his friend in front of him was a traitor and worked with Warren only. You close with him and then go to him. They are now taking Jax in their car while he is injured. They are now asking Jax about a place Coco's drugs, and you know them, as I'm sure he knows where she is. Even if he doesn't say where, drugs will kill him now, so be very afraid. Jax. He tells them where Coco's drugs are next, so they take Jax and throw him in front of a hospital because he gets treatment. They just walk away. No time passes long, and we see that Z and Sai go to the charger. Those who have Coco drugs and take them later, you call like you're in your mouth, and you know that drugs are now with her. She asks him to bring Jane to church. The abandoned one will receive it from him, and you will hear that he is very happy, and happy like this. After a short period of time, he and his men arrive, and with them is Jane to the church. And he leaves Finn Jane with one of his men outside the church and entering. So now you come to him like this and install it and ask. He hands her over to Jane, but he is not satisfied and starts. He hits her, so she remains like the second one who hits him. She now goes out of the church and keeps hitting me. His men are everywhere with all their skill. By the way, he also arrives lost in his truck drugs, and he prefers to hit his men where he goes. From the truck, he continues hitting everyone and prefers Z helps and kills him with his men, Art. And all of this, where did one of his men go to his truck? Drugs take drugs from her? But Sai-Kan, he has a surprise prepared for him, and is thinking about the truck with drugs, and now they are entering Sahi and Z to the church. And with them is Jane, just to take shelter there. Where does he enter after them and his men? And they all prefer they hit me until you can. Like with Sai, finish where are all his men after that? Where will he prefer he fights with Sai? But it remains like Petal fighting with one of Finn's group, and you can kill her later. A lot of trouble after that. You can kill himself, and the night ends like this. After all this, you are still there. One day we will see that Z is now going to Altarazi. He was making her clothes, and you knew it was over. I don't intend to work as another killer at all. So Eggs, she has to work with him now and agree like this. She is very happy that she will start something new. By the way, we see that Z is watching Jane after that. She returned to her life and returned to her mother. It doesn't mean that her eyesight has returned to her, and this makes her happy. The last thing we see is that Z calls the driver who is currently in the hospital is being treated, one of the effects of the last battle, and you are looking at it now, and you know that she started a new life and forgot everything in the past. I worked a respectable job, far away, about crime and the fact that you will see it very soon. She kissed him and closed the door with him. Happy. She is very excited about her new life. There is nothing forbidden in it, and with this point it ends. The movie, which I hope you liked, and that's it. Peace.